here we go. Lesson 13.4, geometry. I don't know about you guys, but I am dragging this afternoon. But let me tell you, I'm going to keep on keeping on. Here we go. We're doing surface area today of pyramids. Oh my goodness, that is exciting. I know. So I want to remind you, basically what we're doing is we're taking a pyramid, okay, and this example right here is like a square pyramid or rectangular pyramid, and we're just going to spray paint, okay, how much paint to cover it. Okay, that's surface area. And we got some formulas here. The full surface area is 1/2 times LP plus capital B, okay? And then I need to introduce you to something called lateral area. Lateral area is if you find the area of everything but the bottom, but the base. So this formula is just the lateral area. And if you notice, so the surface area is the lateral area plus B, where B is the area of the base, okay? We're going to focus on the complete surface area, so we're going to use this formula right here. And I got to introduce you to somebody new called L. All right, so there's a true height of this pyramid, okay, which like I always tell you, the height is perpendicular to the base. That's the true height, but we have a new height called the slant height. And I always imagine, you know, let's say Venture Island had a slide ride, a water ride, where it was in the shape of a pyramid, and then you slide down the pyramid right here. Okay, that'd be a lot of fun, right? You're sliding down. Okay, that sliding down is your slant height. That's the height you're going to need to plug in for L when you're doing this formula, okay? And again, the hardest part of this unit that we've been doing really is just getting the correct formula. Okay, so if it's a pyramid, for the full surface area, you're going to use 1/2 slant height times the perimeter of the base, and then plus the area of the base. All right, so we're going to start with a nice easy one first. Okay, we're going to start with number 1. Let me zoom in on number 1, and then we're going to show you one that's a little more complicated, because y'all look like you're bored. And let me tell you something, I don't like seeing y'all bored. So let's just start with number 1. Okay, the question is, find the surface area. The shape, it's a pyramid, and that one is a square pyramid because look, the base of it is a square, an 8x8 square. Hardest part, honestly, is the correct formula. So I want the full surface area. We're also painting the bottom, and it is 1/2 LP plus capital B. That capital B is important. That capital B always stands for area of the base, okay? L is the slant height, and P is the perimeter of the base. So L, that's that new height I was telling you about. We're going to look, slide down that pyramid. That'd be a lot of fun. So leave the 1/2, put the 11.7. All right, the perimeter is 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. So the shorthand would be 8 times 4. So your full perimeter of your base is 32. So you're going to put 32 in here, put the plus sign. Now we got to find the area of the base. So we are literally going back to lesson 1.4 on these videos. I told you it would come back to haunt us. Well, we said that base is a square, and the area formula for a square is take the side and square it. So you take the 8 and you square it, and you get 64. Okay, 64 meters squared, but for now I'm just going to put 64. Okay, cannot add yet because we gotta multiply before we add. And let's grab our calculator and the party shall begin. Okay, here we go. So you're gonna type in 0.5 for 1/2 times 11.7 times 32, and that portion is 187.2. Oh man, I couldn't get the top off that marker, man. I'm just holding on. And then you're going to add 64 to it. So 187.2 plus 64, 251.2. And we're doing area, so grab the meters. We're still doing area. Don't worry, it's going to change. But right now we're still doing area. It's 251.2 meters squared. Okay, you now found out how much it's going to take to cover the outside of this pyramid. What's that? Yes, you're right. That was way too easy. So let's kick it up a notch. Let's skip to number 3. All right, if Mr. Matt can actually get that baby into focus here. And I think you're going to find this one a little more entertaining. At least I hope you're going to find this one a little more entertaining. If you are absolutely bored, you're stuck at home, this is going to be the one for you. Okay, so the directions are the same. They want us to find the surface area. We haven't graduated to volume yet. Don't worry, be patient. And really the hardest part is realizing it's a pyramid, it's a square pyramid, and here comes your surface area formula. 1/2 LP plus area of the base. Okay? Alright, so let me see. I have the square is 16 by 16. Oh, look, they're trying to be sneaky. They slid in here the true height. But I don't want the true height. Remember, I want the fun height, which is called the slant height. Imagine you sliding down like this. Okay? So we're going to have to find this. Let me draw that a little bit better. I don't know what happened. I went a little bit off course there. Okay, we need to find this dotted line. Alright? So, where does the party begin? We're going to draw in a right triangle. Okay? And look, you know that this leg of the right triangle is 3 feet. And this leg, if you look, you're hitting the center. It's kind of like you have a tent in the shape of a square pyramid. Alright, this pole is in the center. So see that 16? If you divide that by 2, this is going to be 8 feet right here. Okay? So I'll tell you what, let me click on that right triangle. I'm going to pull that right triangle out for you. What I'm trying to say in English is that pole holding the tent up is the 3 feet, it's here. The 8 feet is here because it's half, okay, from the center of the tent to the edge. And then see that's going to be the lateral height. And what does that smell like? Oh, that smells like Pythagorean theorem. How do you know? Right triangle. How do you know? You have at least 2 sides. So immediately you go c squared equals leg squared plus other leg squared equals 9 plus 64 equals a grand total of 73. And to undo c squared, you're going to square root 73. Alright, take out my old faithful here, my old faithful old calculator. Alright, hit the square root button, type in 73. I'm going to round it to the tenths place, and I get 8.5. Okay, 8.5 is that right triangle, which is that slither right here. And then look, there's that fun slant height. You're sliding down that pyramid. And now we're going to be good to go to finish this, okay? All right, let me erase. I know you're saying, this is so unbelievably exciting. I hear you. All right, let me erase that, divide by 2. All right, here we go. So 1/2 your slant height of 8.5 times the perimeter of the base, 16 times 4, which is 64. And then the area of the base is 16 squared, which is 256. Alright, what time is it? Almost quitting time, but it's calculator time. So I take my calculator, alright, and I'm going to type in 0.5 for 1/2 times 8.5 times 64, and I get a grand total of 272 for this. I'm going to add the 256 and get a total of 528. Come back to the picture, feet, we're doing area, feet squared. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out. Remember this is page 5, or page 20, I'm sorry, page 20, and we'll talk to you guys soon.